In the quiet town of Shonapur, where gossip traveled faster than the river current and everyone knew each other's business, lived a man named Haroon and his wife, Amina. Haroon was known for his wealth and sharp tongue, but also for one dangerous habit. He believed he was always right. Amina, on the other hand, was known for her calm smile, gentle manners, and a mind sharper than any blade. People often wondered how such a proud man ended up with such a soft-spoken woman. What they did not know was that Amina's silence hid a clever intelligence, and her patience was not weakness, it was strategy. Haroon ran a prosperous trading business. He bought goods from distant villages and sold them in the city at high profit. Success made him arrogant. He trusted no one, not even his wife. One day, he often said, "Your cleverness will fail you. Women think with emotions, not logic." Amina never argued. She only smiled and continued managing the household with care. One evening, Haroon returned home in a foul mood. A group of traders had challenged his honesty, accusing him of cheating in weights. Furious, he paced the room like a trapped lion. "I'll teach them a lesson," he growled. "Tomorrow I'll make a deal so clever that they'll beg for mercy." Amina served him tea quietly. After a moment, she spoke softly. "Sometimes the best lesson is not taught with pride, but with wisdom." Haroon laughed mockingly. "Wisdom? You wouldn't understand. Stay out of business matters." That night, Amina couldn't sleep. She knew her husband's pride would lead him into trouble. The traders he insulted were influential, and one wrong step could destroy everything they owned, including their home. The next morning, Haroon left early. Amina prayed silently, and then did something unexpected. She dressed modestly, covered her face with a veil, and went to the market herself. At the market, she listened carefully. She heard whispers that the traders were planning to trap Haroon into signing a contract that would put him in heavy debt. They wanted revenge, and they were willing to ruin him. Amina did not panic. She approached one of the traders, an older man named Rashid, and spoke respectfully. "Sir, I hear you plan to do business with Haroon today." Rashid narrowed his eyes. "Who are you?" "Just a woman who understands consequences," Amina replied calmly. "If Haroon falls, many innocent people will suffer. Workers, families, children. Revenge may taste sweet, but its aftertaste is bitter." Rashid hesitated. "He insulted us." "Yes," Amina said, "but destroying him will not restore your honor. Outsmarting him fairly will." Her words planted doubt. Rashid promised nothing, but he listened. Amina returned home before Haroon arrived. She quickly prepared a document, an old trick her late father, a scholar, had taught her. She rewrote a sample contract, highlighting hidden clauses and risks, then hid it among Haroon's papers. That evening, Haroon returned, unusually quiet. "They tried to trap me," he said slowly, "but something felt wrong. I walked away." Amina said nothing. The next day, Haroon discovered the paper among his documents. Curious, he read it. His face changed as he realized how close he had come to ruin. This is exactly what they planned," he whispered. He looked at Amina. "Did you do this?" She nodded gently. "I only wanted to protect our home." Haroon felt something unfamiliar. Shame. Days later, Rashid visited their house. He bowed slightly to Amina. "Your wife is wiser than many men," he told Haroon. "She saved you from yourself." That night, Haroon spoke words he had never spoken before. "I was wrong. Cleverness is not about loud voices or pride. It is about seeing clearly." From that day on, Haroon consulted Amina before making decisions. The town slowly noticed the change. Harun became fairer, calmer, and more respected. As for Amina, she remained the same, quiet, thoughtful, and clever. She never sought praise because she knew true intelligence did not need applause. And so, in the town of Shonapur, people stopped saying, Harun is a clever man, and began saying instead, behind every wise decision in Harun's house stands a very clever wife. Respect did not come easily to Harun, but once it did, it changed him deeply. After Rashid's visit, Harun could no longer ignore the truth. His wife had saved not only his business, but his honor. Yet pride is a stubborn guest. It leaves slowly, even when asked politely. In the following weeks, Harun tried to be kinder. He listened more and spoke less. But inside him, a quiet fear grew. What if people only respected me because of her? The thought unsettled him. Meanwhile, Amina noticed the shift in her husband. He was calmer, but distant, like a man fighting a battle within himself. She understood without words. Intelligence, she knew, also meant patience in healing wounded pride. One afternoon, trouble arrived again, this time wearing a smile. A young merchant named Kamal came to Harun with a proposal. A partnership, he said confidently. High profit, low risk. Harun hesitated. He had learned his lesson. I'll need time to think. That night, he placed the papers before Amina. Tell me what you see, he said quietly. Amina read carefully. The contract looked clean, but something felt wrong. She asked simple questions about delivery times, guarantees, and responsibility in loss. This deal is not dangerous, she said slowly, but it is designed to benefit only one side. If success comes, Kamal gains more. If failure comes, you lose everything. Harun sighed. Then I will refuse. Amina shook her head. No. Instead, rewrite it. Add fairness. If he agrees, he is honest. If not, you lose nothing. The next day, Harun did exactly that. Kamal's smile faded as he read the revised contract. You've changed, he said coldly. Yes, Harun replied calmly. I have. Kamal refused the deal and left. Harun felt relief, but also pride, this time of a different kind. Not the loud, blind pride of ego, but the quiet pride of wisdom. Word spread quickly. Traders began to approach Harun again, not to trap him, but to work honestly. His business grew slower than before, but stronger, like roots digging deep into solid ground. One evening, Harun overheard something that shook him. Two neighbors were speaking outside his house. Harun is successful now because of his wife, one said. Yes, the other replied. Without her, he would have fallen. Harun stood frozen. That night, he confronted Amina, not in anger, but confusion. Do you think I am nothing without you? Amina looked at him gently. Do you think a lamp is useless without light? He frowned. No. And is light useful without a lamp to hold it? She asked. Silence filled the room. We are not competitors, Amina continued softly. We are partners. Wisdom does not replace strength, it guides it. For the first time, Harun truly understood. Days later, a great test arrived. The town council accused Harun of past dishonesty and demanded a public hearing. Old enemies resurfaced, hoping to destroy him once more. Fear returned, but this time Harun did not hide behind anger. At the hearing, Harun spoke honestly. He admitted past mistakes, returned unfair profits, and promised transparency. The crowd murmured. Confession was rare among proud men. Then something unexpected happened. Rashid stepped forward. This man has changed, he said, and the one who changed him deserves equal respect. All eyes turned to Amina. She did not speak, she only lowered her head. The council cleared Harun of wrongdoing. More importantly, they trusted him again. That night, Harun bowed his head before his wife. "From today," he said, "your wisdom will never stand behind me, it will stand beside me." Amina smiled, not in victory, but in peace, because a clever wife does not seek power, she creates balance. Peace, once restored, is often tested again. After the public hearing, Harun's name regained its honor. Traders trusted him, neighbors respected him, and his home was filled with a quiet stability he had never known before. For the first time in his life, success did not feel heavy, it felt clean. Yet destiny had one final lesson left to teach. One autumn morning, a royal messenger arrived in Shonapur. The king was planning to expand trade routes and was choosing a representative from nearby towns. The position promised immense wealth and power, but also danger. Whoever was chosen would control contracts worth fortunes. Harun's name was on the list. The town buzzed with excitement. Some celebrated, others whispered with jealousy. Old rivals watched closely, waiting for a mistake. Harun felt torn. "This position could secure our future for generations," he said to Amina that night. "But one wrong move and everything we've built could collapse." Amina listened carefully. "Power does not change a person," she said softly. "It reveals them." The next day, Harun was summoned to the city for a final evaluation. The journey would take a week. Before leaving, he did something unexpected. He handed Amina full control of the business in his absence. "Trust," he said, "must be proven by action." Amina accepted quietly. While Harun traveled, trouble returned to Shonapur. A group of merchants spread false rumors, claiming Amina was manipulating accounts and influencing decisions improperly. Some even said Harun was merely a puppet. The words hurt, but Amina did not react emotionally. She called a public meeting. With calm confidence, she presented every record, profits, losses, contracts, open for all to see. Transparency silenced lies better than anger ever could. An elderly man stood up and said, "We once doubted a quiet woman. Today, we see a strong leader." Respect replaced suspicion. Meanwhile, in the city, Harun faced the king's advisors. They questioned him sharply, testing his honesty and intelligence. At one point, an advisor offered him a secret deal, personal wealth in exchange for future favoritism. The old Harun would have accepted. The new Harun stood up. "If my success requires dishonor," he said firmly, "then I do not deserve it." The room fell silent. Days later, Harun returned home. He was not chosen for the position. At first, disappointment weighed heavily on him, but when he entered his house, he saw something more valuable: neighbors waiting to greet him, workers smiling, and Amina standing calmly at the doorway. "You lost the position?" she asked gently. "Yes," he replied, "but I think I won something greater." That night, Harun gathered the town elders and made an announcement. "I will open a school," he said, "where young men and women will learn not only trade, but ethics, honesty, patience, and wisdom." The elders agreed. Years passed. Shonapur flourished, not because of wealth alone, but because of fairness. Harun became known not as the richest man, but the most trusted. And Amina? She taught quietly at the school, guiding minds the same way she had guided a home, without ego. One evening, a young girl asked Amina, "How did you become so clever?" Amina smiled softly. "I listened before I spoke. I thought before I acted, and I chose patience over pride." When Harun passed away many years later, the town carved words on his memorial stone, but the people added another line on their own. Here lived a man who learned wisdom from his wife and changed because of it. And so the story lived on, not as the tale of a powerful man, but as the legacy of a clever wife whose intelligence saved a family, shaped a town, and proved that true strength does not dominate, it guides.